Oh my god, I still can't believe they tried to pull this off. I'm talking about my own family, the people who are supposed to love and support you. Picture this. I'm standing in my cousin Sarah's gorgeous, rustic chic wedding venue, ready to celebrate her big day, right? Except I'm not holding a glass of champagne. I'm holding a clipboard with a list of 15 screaming, sugar-rushed children under the age of 10, and I'm wearing a hastily printed t-shirt that says, Official Wedding Kidsitter. They didn't even ask me, they just told me, and then they tried to pay me in family exposure and a slice of dry wedding cake. I walked away. I left them scrambling 10 minutes before the ceremony started, and now the entire extended family is split down the middle, calling me everything from a hero to a selfish monster. So, I need to know, was I wrong for walking out and letting chaos erupt at my cousin's wedding? Seriously, tell me, because some days I still doubt myself. The whole nightmare started about 6 months before the wedding. Sarah and her fiancé, Mark, were planning this massive, expensive affair. Think destination wedding vibes, even though it was only 2 hours from our hometown. Early on, my Aunt Carol, Sarah's mom, the queen of passive-aggressive manipulation, called me. I didn't think much of it. Carol usually only calls when she needs a favor or wants to subtly critique my life choices. This time, she launched right into the wedding details, which was fine, but then she got to the logistics of the kids. Now, our family is huge, and apparently, Sarah and Mark had a strict no kids at the ceremony or reception rule, which is totally understandable. The problem was, between all the siblings and cousins, there were at least 15 children on the guest list, ranging from a 1-year-old to a couple of restless preteens. They needed childcare. Carol was saying how expensive professional sitters were, and how untrustworthy strangers could be, all while laying it on thick about how responsible and wonderful I am, which I am, but I could smell the trap. I work as a teaching assistant, and I absolutely love kids, but wrangling 15 of them for 10 hours straight is not a casual favor. It's a job for a team of professionals. She finally landed the punch. Since you're so good with the little ones, sweetie, and you know all the kids, we thought you could be their special helper for the night. It'll be so much fun for you, and a huge relief for Sarah. I was stunned. It wasn't a request. It was an assumption. I tried to push back immediately, saying, Aunt Carol, that's a huge undertaking. I was planning on being a guest, you know, wearing my nice dress and actually getting to enjoy the wedding. She brushed it off with a laugh that sounded like sandpaper. Oh, nonsense, honey. You won't miss anything. We're setting up a whole kids zone in the adjoining banquet hall, projector, pizza, games. You'll be a rock star to them. Besides, this way, we can avoid paying those ridiculous agency fees, which will really help Sarah and Mark with the honeymoon budget. The nerve of her. They were using my good nature and the excuse of family to save thousands of dollars, essentially forcing me to work their wedding for free. I told her I needed to think about it. I spent the next few days stewing. I wanted to be there as a guest, to dance and celebrate. My boyfriend, Liam, was coming with me, and we were looking forward to a nice date night. The thought of trading my heels for sneakers and Liam for a horde of children made my stomach turn. I decided to try and compromise. I called Carol back and said, Aunt Carol, I appreciate the thought, but if I do this, it has to be treated as a professional gig. It's 15 kids, it's 10 hours, and it's a huge responsibility. I need to be paid the going rate for a professional sitter agency, which is easily $200 an hour for that many kids and that length of time, plus a dedicated assistant or two. That was my attempt to scare them off, or at least get compensated fairly. The professional rate in our area for that ratio and time would have been close to $2,000. Carol's response was a masterclass in emotional manipulation. She actually sighed dramatically and said, Oh, honey, don't be ridiculous. It's family. We were going to give you $200 for the whole night, and you get a free meal and unlimited soda. Think of it as your gift to the happy couple. They'll be so grateful. $200. For 10 hours of work, managing 15 children, including diaper changes and meltdowns. That's less than $14 an hour, before taxes, with no break and no professional liability coverage. It was an insult. I declined. I told her flat out, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to decline. I'm coming to the wedding as a guest, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating with Sarah and Mark. I thought that was the end of it. I was naive. As the wedding date got closer, my invitation arrived, and everything seemed normal. I bought my dress, Liam bought a new tie, and we were excited. Then, a week before the wedding, I got a text from Sarah, not Carol, with a link to a Google document. The text said, "Hey. Just finalizing the kids' zone logistics. This is the schedule for the night. You'll be taking over from 3 p.m. right up until midnight. We've got pizza coming at 6, and the movie list is attached. Can you just confirm you've seen the dietary restrictions? See you Saturday." I clicked the link, and it was a meticulously detailed schedule with my name in every single time slot. It wasn't an invitation to babysit, it was a mandate. They had completely ignored my no, assuming I would cave under family pressure. I was designated the lead child coordinator, responsible for everything from first aid to putting the toddlers down for naps. Attached was a photo of the t-shirt, the hideous white one with the official wedding Kidsitter logo. They had preemptively decided that my no was just a negotiating tactic and had steamrolled right over me. I called Sarah immediately, but she didn't answer. I called Mark. No luck. I called Aunt Carol, and she picked up on the second ring, sounding overly cheerful. "Oh, yes, I saw you looked at the document. Isn't Sarah organized? It's all set up for you, sweetie. Don't worry about a thing, just show up a little early to get the lay of the land." I lost my cool a little. "Aunt Carol, I told you I wasn't doing this. I'm a guest. I decline the offer." Her voice hardened instantly. The fake sweetness vanished. "Now, listen here," she said, her voice dropping to a low, icy tone. "We all know you're the only one who can handle this. Your family. You do this, or you make a scene right before Sarah's wedding. Think about how that looks. We've already told everyone you on the job." That line, "you make a scene," was the final straw. They weren't asking, they were blackmailing me with the threat of family drama. I hung up. I was shaking. I talked to Liam, and he was livid. He told me I had to take a stand. That I couldn't let them walk all over me like this. But it's one thing to say stand up to your family and manipulative. The fact that the wedding was temporarily disrupted was the natural consequence of their poor, deceitful planning, not my choice to simply be a guest. I still stand by my decision. My peace of mind and my self-respect are worth more than avoiding a bit of family drama. The moral of the story is simple. Family or not, when someone asks you to do a job, they need to respect your time and your expertise. Anything less is exploitation. You have to draw a line in the sand, even if it causes a scene. Now, I have to ask again, after hearing the whole story, was I wrong for walking out and letting them deal with the consequences of their own deception? Let me know what you think of this whole mess in the comments section below. Like this video if you were totally on my side, if you think I was right to walk out on that job. Subscribe for more stories like this where I lay out the absolute wildest family drama I've ever seen. Share your own stories of family exploitation and how you handled it. I'll see you all in the next story.